Hey everybody, welcome to SJU. We've got an odd show today. Movies. What if there weren't any more? Let's find out. And then after we talk about that hypothetical, what if hypothetically there was one more movie and it was a Spider-Man movie and they put Jamie Foxx's Electro back into it? We're going to talk about that too. And then stick around. We're going to answer your questions from the chat. All of that, plus I have a different internet setup today. Will I get kicked off in 5 minutes? Let's find out. Okay. I am joined by Lon Harris, Spencer J. Gilbert. How long is it going to take me to lose my internet connection, boys?
Are we doing an over-under, like a 4-minute over-under?
Yeah, let's do an over-under.
Let's set the over-under at 4 minutes, 20 seconds.
There you go. Woo!
I'm going to say...
That's the best time to lose internet, bros.
I'm going to say over because, like, how could it get worse than what you've had? I know I'm tempting fate there, so I'm going to take the over.
Yeah, wow. I think I have to take the under then, yeah.
Fair. Yeah, those are Starr family famous last words. How could it get worse? You guys know how it could get worse? Movies. They gave up on 2020. Completely.
Not doing it. Just not doing it.
Just Joe. Like so did I.
Yeah, to be fair. We all have. And
Tenet came out, it saw its shadow, which means 6 more months of no movies.
So, I guess the world saw Tenet, the world studios saw what happened.
Not this guy. Still haven't.
Let me rephrase that. Executives looked at the receipts for Tenet, and everything's been pushed back. James Bond, No Time to Die, has been moved back to April 2nd, 2021.
Plenty of time to die.
Plenty of time to die.
More than enough time to die.
Absolutely.
Yeah, really.
Fast 9 has been delayed to May 28th, 2021, which means who knows how long it's going to take them to get into space.
Well, they only got pushed a month, which is like, come on, why bother at that point?
Well, yeah, they were, it's that like sort of gradual strategic retreat, because they were previously slated for April 2nd, which is now the No Time to Die.
Do you guys remember that last April they did that like concert live stream to celebrate F9 imminently coming out?
We had an after party on SJU.
Yeah.
That was a great
amazing.
Day.
And like, what a fascinating historical document that is now that the movie did not come out for literal years after that event. That's idea. Vin Diesel had what an innocent we were then.
Yeah. That's how much of a rager that party was. It blew us all away, and it blew the release date.
Also a super spreader event.
It was the first super spreader, as we all recall.
Too much COVID in that NOS. Dune has been pushed to October 1st, 2021, which was originally the Batman's release date. Spencer, pour one out for seeing Dune this Christmas.
That's a big push, man. That's like almost a full year before we get the Dune in me.
Which means Dune 2 is like 2026 at the earliest? Like, we're not finishing this story this is an epic saga.
Chalamet is going to be a man fully grown by the time Dune 2 rolls around.
I was thinking about that. Like, there's going to be this weird, like, I don't know, lost sequel generation. I don't know what you would call it, where suddenly in every sequel or every planned spinoff, like, everyone is suddenly aged up like 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and we just have to kind of go with it.
Yeah.
Super, super weird. Warner Brothers has shifted a bunch of DC movie dates. We don't know about Wonder Woman yet, but like, come on. It's only a matter of time. There's also some goofy stuff floating around about Wonder Woman today. We'll get into that too. But in the meantime, the Batman has shifted back to 2022. So March 4th, 2022. The Flash, likewise, which, by the way, is never going to happen.
I heard he's teaming with the New Mutants in this one.
Just when you thought The Flash was a real movie that was really going to come out, this happens. I maintain it's not real.
I knew I didn't trust it when my 8-year-old self had a press conference that said, all my Batman toys are going to be in it. Like, I shouldn't have trusted that voice.
Yeah.
But they claim now it's coming out 11/4/2022. Shazam 2 has moved to June 2nd, 2023. And Black Adam is a big old TBD. Big old TBD, you guys.
Here's my question about, like, Shazam 2 seems to present a particular problem.
Yes.
Because those kids are, like, very much a particular age and clearly will not be by the time they get around to shooting this thing.
Yeah.
So, like, they're going to have to explain that it's several years later in the Shazam timeline, I guess.
Yeah. Now, I'm not sure if they shot any of Shazam 2 yet.
I don't believe they
But
have.
at the very least, like, that press campaign is going to be those kids talking about how they rent cars now.
Right. I
want to see Billy Batson, just like Mr. Burns dressed up like Jimbo with a skateboard.
You guys saw the director tweeted that photo out, right?
Right.
Of them.
Yeah, so like Zach, them looking really old. But it's a real, like, because that's in the DC universe chronology. Like, he's friends with Henry Cavill's Superman. So, like, could Shazam, I guess, are they all going to jump? Maybe? I don't know. They'll have to explain it somehow.
Or just recast them.
Or just screw it,
Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely the harshest push on comic timeline versus movie timeline we've ever had, where comics were able to float for 30 years, where they were like, oh yeah, World War II, 10 years ago. And, eventually had to upgrade to like Vietnam for Iron Man and stuff like that. But now, like, movie timeline or comic book timelines in movies are really going to get pushed because all of a sudden Billy Batson is 36.
Which is going to be like Zachary Levi in a dual role now.
Yeah.
That's great.
Like, the kid that plays Billy will have a son that can now play Billy.
Right, there you go. Yeah.
How many other ways can we say that he's going to be older? Give me like 2 more.
Like a Rodney Dangerfield, like, he's so old.
I tell you.
I'm old.
Like, the next movie could just open and Zachary Levi is now the Jaimin Hansu character. Like, long gray beard, like, say my name, let me out of this cave.
He's so old.
That's the only one I got.
Your Shazam's so old, he took his driving test on a dinosaur.
Very good. We did it.
When he came around, there were only 3 deadly sins.
He's got a picture of Moses in his yearbook.
So, speaking of deadly sins, you guys, another deadly sin has been committed today where people are listening to We Got This Covered. I think
Why would anyone do that, Joe? I don't understand.
They're a part of it. Apparently not the original. It's a Giant Freaking Robot is the original source. But
Giant Freaking Robot. I didn't know.
So there's
Maggie Haberman and Bob Woodward's Giant Freaking Robot. Yeah.
There's a big thing going around today that Wonder Woman's going to release premium VOD. Is that what they're saying? Like, they're just going to drop it directly to HBO.
Right, yeah, but that's why it hasn't been
delayed. I want to believe.
I mean, that'd be neat. They're not going to do that. Are you kidding me? I mean, they're not going to do that.
Like, Trolls World Tour, I think, is still the biggest, like, success story of that. And it made, like, $150 million doing it, which is great. But, like, they can't afford to make that on Wonder Woman. Like,
they won't make Gal's salary back.
Yeah,
I hope she's making that money.
I mean, unless they are like want to take a bath on it and then look forward. Like, I could almost understand that if it's just like, look, we're going to lose a lot of money on this one, but then we can keep the schedule moving and that it'll keep the audience engaged. And then, we'll focus on Black Adam, Shazam 2, Joker, all the other stuff.
Yeah, I don't think it's fully outside the realm of possibility because, like, it would do better than Mulan, I think, is a safe bet. It would do better than Trolls World Tour. And I think they could... What are you saying, Lon?
I was saying these executives are not making decisions based on what will make the audiences happy. They're thinking about, like, if we take a huge bath on this, are the stockholders going to get nervous? And, it's such a businessy, financially decision.
Yeah. But is there like, who knows? Is there a cash crunch where they just like, we just need to make something right now this quarter? Like, or is it like a sense of, I don't know, everybody else has moved away. So now if we're the only movie out that people want to see for the last part of the year, like that's maybe an opportunity.
Yeah. Like the Russell Crowe road rage movie strategy.
Yeah. Also,
divide and conquer.
What has Patty Jenkins said anything about wanting to do this or not? Because I think that, like, with Christopher Nolan and Tenet, like, he was able to twist their arm and get them to put it in theaters come hell or high water. Whereas, like, and that's the same studio, so maybe they listen to their filmmakers, and she might want it to be in front of people. I don't know. Has she said anything?
No, nothing official. So far, it's just off one source of one website is the only reason why people think it's a possibility.
Well, Giant Frickin' Robot is my alt account. It's time to take the mask off.
Oh, wow.
I am the Giant Frickin' Robot. I am reporting here that Wonder Woman is coming out and it's going to be free, and Gal Gadot's going to come to your house and give you a back rub while you watch it.
So I'm so glad that you're a giant freaking robot and not Q, as I've long suspected.
Well, that's I wear a lot of
hats.
I
also think you were Q. Look, I don't want to tell anyone how to disseminate their news and information online. That said, if in an article someone says this is from a source that I've had for a while, they're not always right, but sometimes they're right. Like, if you have to do a preamble on your source, I don't know, maybe just don't worry about that one so much. I don't know.
Gotta get them clicks, man. Joe, there are no more movies. Movies are over. How are we going to talk about movies when they don't have movies anymore?
I get it. Every SJU in 2021 is going to be called Batman Shows His Dick! Exclamation point.
I mean, I'd click on that.
I would
Bat Dick.
That's going to be.
That's how we got coronavirus.
That guy's
Joe.
working with, right?
The SJU is all dick bait in 2021, baby.
I think we switched to a entirely Funko Pop based format. That's my suggestion.
Where we are
not
Funko
going
Pop?
anywhere. Just what are the new Funkos? What
I like
we
that.
into? What are we trading?
Yeah.
That's not going anywhere, right?
Yeah, no, Funkos will never end. Well, so even if Wonder Woman, hang on, let me get through a couple of dates and then we'll sort of pivot a little bit. The Matrix 4 has shifted 3 months earlier, which is odd, to December 22nd, 2021. Jurassic World Dominion has been delayed a year. Along with Fast 9, Minions 2. Yeah, that is, I do want to see how the dinosaur thing ends up.
It's just bringing back the big three. Like, I wouldn't be excited for a new Jurassic World movie, except you bring back Sam Neill and Laura Dern and Jeff Goldblum. Like, all right, you son of a bitch, you got me.
Just like how Jeff Goldblum was bookending Fallen Kingdom with a court appearance where he didn't change clothes and they clearly shot him for one day. It's going to be the three of them, looking out the window of a boat saying, good thing we got on this boat.
They shared stuff from set. They're doing something. I mean, it may not be much of the movie, but they're doing something. They're in there.
Clever girl, Jurassic World Dominion. Clever girl, you got us. So here's a couple things that haven't moved. Soul, The Croods, Free Guy, although with the Free Guy trailer, they're joking a lot about, like, this will definitely move. Coming to America hasn't moved, and, of course, Wonder Woman 84. Coming to America, I could see maybe they drop on VOD.
Right, like, something with a more modest budget that could conceivably make more of its money back, and that they were already kind of like, I'm sure coming to America, they were already thinking a lot of the money was going to come back through VOD and streaming. Like, that's the kind of movie that not like huge fans will go see in the theater, but a lot of people are going to wait. So that makes a lot more sense than a big screen summer tentpole Wonder Woman type spectacle.
Yeah. Well, even if stuff does start to air, let's pivot this a little bit. Even if stuff does start to come back to theaters, are there going to be theaters? So nearly 70% of U.S. cinemas have resumed operations since March. This excludes New York and Los Angeles, but ticket sales have been super lower than expected. A lot of locations are facing the possibility of having to close down again because COVID, at least domestically here in the U.S., not under control yet. Wear your masks. The reports are that Cineworld is shuttering 543 of its Regal cinema venues in the U.S. and all cinemas across the U.K. This information, I don't know if they're directly connected, if Spectre is somehow behind this, but after they pushed Bond, that seemed to be the straw that broke the camel's back, and Cineworld went public with this the Regal Shutdown information. So they're shutting down all these locations due to major lack of new film releases. That's bad. Discuss.
When it's basically illegal in most states to gather in a place like that, the business isn't going to last very long, and it sucks for the people who work there, and there should be better protections to take care of them when something that's no fault of their own happens 100%. Like that. Disney
parks too, man.
Yeah, Disney parks, restaurants, you name it. And
everybody in America who can't work from home, basically.
Yeah. So, look, help is not on the way. Things are decomposing rapidly. So I think if we convert these quickly into gang hideouts, we can maybe pick a theme, dress up like the baseball Furies and operate out of Regal cinemas. I think that's really where movie theaters are heading.
So we're going like Neo Gotham, where we all stake out our own like Evil Dead layers, you know.
I think that's the future of cinema, frankly.
Not to take us completely off the rails, but I've been reading through an old RPG source book from 1988 called Cyberpunk 2013. It's the original that the new game is based on.
Right.
But it's like that 80s view of the dystopian future of 2013. Yeah. And so what you're saying is we're all going to hunker down in a Regal and start our own booster gang and tie some, get some modems cybernetically attached. And
the future, Joe, is shadow running. I'm sorry you are not hip to where we're going with this.
You boys ready to hack the net?
Yes, we are.
I'm a Silverhand this stuff, man. It's going to be real good. Everything's bad. That's great. Let's pivot to something stupid.
Well, I could one more thought on movie theaters. I've long felt that it's going to soon be a system where rather than every city and town having like 2 or 3 movie theaters, I just don't think the theatrical experience is ever going to come back in full force like that. I think we'll get more of like a whole center with a lot of entertainment options, and there is a screen or 2 for movie theaters there. So like when a huge thing like Avengers Endgame comes out, there will be places that people can go to see it projected on a huge screen in 3D or whatever. But it'll be like, there's also a VR arcade there and places to eat and a bar and like, it'll be like that kind of an experience.
I mean, I just see it like
like a mall, but a future mall.
Yeah, but
a cyberpunk future mall.
I just don't think there's enough business for there to be like this 12-screen Regal Cinemas is on. Like, there's 3 of them in every mid-sized town.
Sure.
Like,
I've said this for a while now. I see the future of theatrical display or whatever you want to call it as the way theater is today, where it's very nice, very expensive, and for an old and dwindling audience. And there's like one of them.
Oh man,
one or two of them per city.
Go back to like the 30s, where you like get dressed up.
Yeah, well,
like,
we're gonna get dressed up, and we're gonna go, and like they're gonna give you like there'll be nice food there. Like it's gonna just be like a real event to go to a movie theater.
Oh my god, I want to go full Firefly with this and just make it exactly like it was in the 30s for no good reason. Like just like everything, like you have to dress like the 30s to go to the movie theater, and all the candy and stuff is like licorice whips. And
what do you mean you're sold out? I want to see Goram Wonder Woman 84.
Yeah, where's my phosphate? Damn it! Like I just like the entire movie theater experience just froze in 19.
There'll be opera boxes with the tiny glasses.
Oh, I love it. I want that so bad. Yeah, and you get a newsreel and a short.
Yes.
I like that decision. I think that's a good move. And of course, Spencer, better than most people, the option, if you're not going to go to that super fancy, expensive theatrical experience, what are you going to stay at home and watch? You're going to use your what's it called, your movie pop with the bag on the head?
Oh, your feed bag with a movie screen in it. I can never remember the name of it.
The pop movie theater or something like that.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. It would also be cool if like from the shattered remains arise like a bunch of indie cinemas. Like they take over these old places and they're just one-offs. They're not chains and they can show whatever they want. But that would require the cooperation of the only 5 companies that own all of the media.
I'm going to one-up you there. Well, first I'm going to apologize because I tried to describe the movie pop like I was your mom describing a joke you said once back to you. I'm so sorry. That sounded horrible. But I am going to one-up you and not indie theaters, rogue theaters.
Pirate theaters.
In there, squats, like pump up the volume, but with movies.
Yes. Oh, I love pirate movie theaters. That's great.
Very into pirate movie theaters. Oh, guys, our cyberpunk future is looking pretty good.
I love that it was Cyberpunk 2013. Like that was the future.
Yeah. We'll all have computer parts.
I'm going to disappointment to take someone from when that was written to 2013.
But one thing,
where's my bionic arm?
I'm going to send you guys.
Don't have that, but we do have Lord.
I'm going to send you guys the setup to this book because the lead up to how we get to Cyberpunk Future is like the weirdest. Like they took our guns, it's like so. reading it and then also reading like QAnon theories feels very weird. Anyway, you guys want to talk about Jamie Foxx?
We thought this tech was going to be like, we're going to put the computers in us to make our brains better. And it's actually like, no, we use the tech to like put cartoon filters over our face to make us look like anime characters.
The actual future's boring.
That was what we wanted. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
Let's talk about Jamie Foxx, you guys, because this is weird. They've announced. Hang on, let me pull my script. My setup's also different because I have a different webcam, so everything's just in a slightly different place.
It's a whole new Joe.
It's a whole
new mustache, new webcam.
By the way, I'm still on the air. Crazy.
Boom! Collect on that bet.
Oh yeah. So
I lose the bet. Yeah.
This is via to her. It was reported Jamie Foxx is in final talks to reprise the role of Electro for the next Spider-Man installment made by Marvel Studios and Sony Pictures. Foxx confirmed on an Instagram post he said, "Tell Spidey, let's run it back. And I won't be blue in this one." The photo also showed 3 different versions of Spidey looking up at Electro, leading many to speculate on the multiverse implications, and Jamie Foxx later deleted the post. I'm wondering if that was just I think he pulled a Spider-Verse piece of fan art from the internet and just posted it.
That is not how they would probably announce this far out that they're going to bring the Spider-Verse into the live-action MCU, which would be a huge deal if that was the thing they decided to do. I just don't feel like this is how we'd find out.
Yeah, but it could have been like part of, especially since people aren't meeting up in person anymore, it could have been part of the pitch that they sent Jamie Foxx. Like, here's how we imagine this movie's going to go down, and here's how you could factor into it. He's like, this is great, post.
Yeah, I mean that it's certainly possible that that's where they're going with it. I don't know. To me, it seems like the most obvious answer is just we recast him as the same character to give him another shot at it, because everyone agrees last time was like, and he's a good actor, so like maybe he'll figure it out this time. I think my suspicion is it's more like that.
I want to see a Spider-Verse with all the Spider-Man actors back, and Tobey Maguire as like Mr. X from Molly's Game, just being a huge dick to everybody. I
mean, I think you could. I think that like the only issue is these Spider-Man movies being connected.
Oh, we lost Joe.
Yeah, I know. Like right after we said it, we shouldn't have said anything.
Amazing.
That was just tempting fate to bring it up like that.
To the sun. Yeah. It's too close to the sun, you guys. I
was just saying, it seems like a stretch to me that they're going to just like suddenly multiverse the entire MCU that way. Like they can't really you can't like partly do that. You got to like, you're doing it now.
Yeah, I think everyone saw the Doctor Strange title and they're just running with it now.
Right.
Every time we the trailer for Scarlet Witch, everyone was like, Photon? Multiverse? Like, did they pull her from the multiverse when they?
Yeah, but they're playing footsie with it, because even in Homecoming, they were talking about, I come from the multiverse. Like, they've been seeding it.
Yes, and it's eventually like there's no way it's not going to happen. Like they've done time travel. We've already got all the characters in space. Like we're not that far away from alternate dimensions, multiverse stuff. I just think like. Electro? Like that's how you're going to introduce it? Like it seems like such a silly character, and nobody wants to see that version of Electro again. Like it's not like the Michael Keaton Batman crossing over where we're all like, excited to have him back. It's like, no, you should totally reinvent Electro. That version sucks.
That's where the gamble interests me, because either this is the stupidest thing, or they're gonna completely hit a home run with a rehabilitated, like, Jamie Foxx's chance at redemption with this character, and everyone's gonna go, "Yay! Look what you did!"
Right?
Who else can we fix?
Or it's an Easter egg, or it's like this is a 30-second scene in a 2-hour movie.
That's also true.
Yeah.
I just don't like how the other version, like Amazing Spider-Man 2, just rips Jim Carrey's plotline from Batman Forever. Like, it's the same. Like,
it did.
Yeah.
Even, like, kind of, they make him look the same in the beginning. Like, the nerdy version of Jim Carrey and Jamie Foxx is, like, the same. Jeez, don't do that.
So, yeah, I don't... Are you guys into this? I feel weird about it. Like, of all the I feel like the studio's like, people have been wanting this to be righted. Like this isn't like a wrong that needs to be righted. I feel like, but I feel like that's what the studio's trying to do. Like we're gonna give the fans what they want, a good version.
I mean, Amazing Spider-Man 2 is a very dumb scattershot movie. Through, I think, no fault of Jamie Foxx, they just gave him really dumb things to say. Sure. Really bad lines, and he did dubstep with his body at the end. It was bad, but I think in better hands. Yeah, if it's a different movie, you don't need to find a new Electro if he's still game. Like he's a movie star. Like why wouldn't you want Jamie Foxx in your film, even in a small part?
I do worry that they're taking every Post-it note from the Amazing Spider-Man 2 writers board where they were trying to set up their Sinister Six stuff, and they're just going to recycle a lot of that.
I'm picturing Star Magic Jackson Jr. walking around the table like, okay, you're telling me we got Vulture and Electro? You crazy.
Well, not so much the writers' room Post-its, but one of my favorite just pieces of ephemera is that email that came out in the Sony hack from like one executive to Amy Pascal about like Spider-Man needs to do like Tough Mudder and he needs to take selfies and he needs to be into EDM, like make it happen. And she's like, great, love it. So I hope that
needs to fight a giant spider. Why?
Yeah.
Why are you here? So thumbs up, thumbs down on Electro, because those are the only options, you guys. Is it great or is it horrible?
I mean, I'm into giving Jamie Foxx another shot as long as it's a different shot. Like, I don't have any interest in the return of that Electro. I'd like to see a new take on Electro. I also would like to see Paul Giamatti just get to bring his Rhino back. Like, completely as it was in Amazing Spider-Man 2. New adventure. He's the main villain for the entire film. Make that happen, Sony.
I want to see him at home, like outside of his armor, but still doing the same voice.
You don't even need Spider-Man in that movie. Like, no. I just want to see the journey of Giamatti's Rhino start to finish.
Well, to quote Spencer J. Gilbert, stop giving them good ideas.
Yeah.
I feel like that
good ideas like this email that I pulled up. Millennials often post NBD on their social media after doing it, as in no big deal, also known as the humble brag. Wondering if Spidey could get into that in some way? This is how they talk. These are the people who make the decisions on your favorite
Could
film.
We Rostify Spidey by 10%?
That's so good.
You've heard the expression "get busy." Well, this Spider-Man gets busy. Consistently and thoroughly.
Let's answer some questions from the gang, and then we'll get on out of here.
Sure.
It's me, Eduardo, asks, what Netflix original movie do you think would have been a decent experience on the big screen? For him, it's Extraction and 600.
Yeah, I think Extraction was also the first one that popped into my mind just because it's got that like relentless sort of action, like it just has that energy. I also, I did not get a chance to see The Irishman on a big screen, and I am still sorry that I didn't, because I think that would have been a really
that would have been good. Benny?
What was the pig one? The cute pig?
Okja.
Okja.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah.
I would have loved to have seen Okja on the big screen.
Sure, yeah. Any Bong Joon-ho you should see on a big screen.
Yeah,
come on.
That was my favorite movie that year. I wish I had seen it on a big screen.
And I mean, Weird Gyllenhaal, you need a big screen experience to take in the full weirdness of Gyllenhaal.
Yeah. Now, look, if you want multiverses in Spider-Man, do a Gyllenhaal multiverse in Spider-Man, where every movie there's a different Gyllenhaal character that shows up. Like, put Mr. Music in the next Spider-Man movie. And I want to see that.
Put Mr. Music in The Avengers, folks.
Yes.
What are we waiting for?
Why does Nightcrawler work for J. Jonah Jameson?
Oh my god, that's great. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I love the Gilliverse. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. The only thing I can really think of is the first thing I thought of was the pilot for Haunting of Hill House. I just think it would have been cool to see some of those moments with a crowd, like when a horror movie really lands with a theater audience. That's
Also, same director Mike Finnegan's Gerald's Game. That was a Netflix original. That Stephen King adaptation he did with Gugino. That was amazing and would have been cool in a theater.
I actually is that worth watching? I have not seen that.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, so good. Really,
Okay.
and not like the worst Stephen King book. Like maybe the least favorite thing I've ever read by Stephen King. He nailed it. It's like a perfect adaptation. Yeah,
Cool.
Also, the two popes. I mean, there's two of them.
How can you contain both of those popes in just one small screen?
You can't, is the answer. Sorry, I was reading ahead to the next question and it threw me. Simon Smith asked, is there any way you can get Joe to say license and registration, please? In his best Louisville PD accent. For lack of trying to make our show super political, I won't get too into the Louisville PD character. But sure. Can I ask you where you're going in such a hurry, sir? Do you know why I pulled you over?
Wait, hold on. Start from the top. I want to be the other guy.
Oh, you want to be the guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys run it like a scene, please.
Clack, 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 clack. Hi, sir. Do you know why I pulled you over?
No. What's that?
Just license and registration, please.
Here you go.
You've been drinking?
I had a glass of wine with a beer. I had a beer. I had a beer with dinner. That was like an hour ago. 2 hours.
This is your car, sir?
Of course, it's my car. I mean, yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's my car. Here. Just check the registration. Yep.
Sit tight, please. Hey, Lon. Got this guy just shitting his pants up front. Asking for his car.
These idiots we're supposed to be protecting.
Don't eat all the blueberry cake.
I'll try.
We have to go do Louisville PD bad things later, and I need to do it on a full stomach.
Yeah, well, we'll go get Waffle House after this.
Clank, clank, clank.
Hello, officer. Again.
Everything checks out. Do you know the speed limit on this highway, son?
Oh, that's 65, I think.
Oh, sorry, son. I'm a Sammy Hagar fan. You got to drive 55 on this highway.
Oh, I was just in a hurry after the drinks. I'm just in a hurry. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Well, have a good day, sir.
Oh, so I'm just getting off with a warning?
This time. Should I,
Wow. You're not going to shoot me or anything?
Well,
I thought this would escalate.
Well, this isn't your home in the middle of the night. So, okay, anyway.
Oh.
So disappointed in my city. Hey, guys,
Wow.
Rob Turner asked, do you think Wiley Coyote was a good cook?
No, I would have to imagine his kitchen would be disaster prone, just like all of his other work and experiments.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure all of the times he really got close to eating the Roadrunner, it was like just boiling it in a cauldron, just a boiled bird. And I know that'll like get the feathers off, but he didn't seem to have a step 2, so I think he's just eating boiled birds all the time.
Yeah,
all cookery in Looney Tunes basically seems like just having a big pot or cauldron and then sprinkling salt and pepper into it. That's maybe chopping up like a single carrot into it.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the only time we see people actually doing
As
cooking.
a result, if I just see water boiling, I have a reaction. I'm immediately like hungry because I grew up with cartoons being like, look at this delicious.
Yeah.
Every time I'm hungry, either you or Lon turns into a giant turkey leg.
It's like, we're just going to put a complete unplucked duck who was just alive into this pot, and then in 10 minutes we'll have dinner.
Yeah, that's how cooking does.
I will put 1 carrot and onion in there with him, so he is tasty.
So this question, we're going to call this and we'll close out on this guy. This question is in honor of the Snake Eyes movie. It's coming out. Jamie Garcia asks, hey gang, I just turned 30 2 days ago. Happy birthday. Welcome to your 30s. They're fun. This made me long for the ninja movies of yesteryear. Will we ever see any new ninja movies ever again?
we stand again as a nation divided, folks. And truly the only thing that can bring us together across the political, economic, social, racial, any spectrum you can think of is the resumption of the American Ninja franchise.
Yes,
I
sir.
think that America has long needed a ninja. It's been missing since the 80s. And I think he's ready to misappropriate his ways back into our hearts.
Yeah. 6 movies in a season.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's make it happen.
We are talking about martial arts movies featuring ninjas and not films starring the D-Antwoord lead singer Ninja, correct? I just want to clarify. Because I would also be interested in ninja movies.
We're talking about Michael Dudikoff's American Ninja franchise
right, course, yes.
and nothing else.
Which is, I think, on Amazon Prime, if you just want to take a trip down memory lane.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'd really love to see, like there's so many classic, like those kinds of dumb, like 80s action movies that are due for like a reboot. Like it seems crazy that like there's no new Jim Cotta or Ninja Terminator. Like, come on, guys, get on this.
Now there are, I think, streaming has given us a gift where there are a lot of what in the 80s would have been you walking into Blockbuster or Roadrunner Video or whatever and being like, what is this with the ninja on the cover? I'll watch this.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's all
too late. Already rented it.
There's tons of new stuff on streaming now. Like Michael Jai White puts out a new cool like
Sudden Death, baby.
It's a sequel to Sudden Death.
Like so there's stuff like that coming out all the time. So if you need the charm of we did our best ninja movie, there's new stuff out there. You just got to find it. You just got to dig a little.
Yeah.
For your to celebrate your birthday, give yourself a little Holy Grail quest and find some new ninja stuff because it's out there and it's waiting for you.
They're not technically. Go ahead.
Well, fortunately, but unfortunately, like we now can experience and watch media directly from Japan, whereas in the 80s, Americans felt like they needed to like synthesize it and make it our own. And it just led to like the Japanese businessmen being like the bad guys in every film and a lot of films where a white guy became a ninja. And that launched so many dojos. The dojo industry really has those films to thank.
Heck yeah.
I mean, and no disrespect to Cynthia Rothrock, America's leading 80s ninja, but it's nice to mix it up these days, yes.
And if you need a recommendation of a thing, friend of the channel, Vanessa Gritton, her and her fiance do a podcast where they try to do a horror martial arts double feature and curate it. So one of them will pick either a horror or martial arts movie, and then the other one will have to pick a movie from the other genre that complements it, and it's super fun, and you'll learn about some weird movies that maybe you had never heard of.
You could also get just like a 2-for-1 if they watch American Ninja 3 Blood Hunt, the goriest of the American ninjas.
I want them to do a Blair Witch style found footage American Ninja.
Well, here's what I was going to ask. Is the Miami Connection, like they're doing Taekwondo, so I don't know if it counts as a ninja movie, but
no.
I believe...
Well, they're fighting ninjas. Lon, they're fighting ninjas.
They're fighting, that's what I'm saying. Like, I believe that still counts as a ninja movie.
They use their good Taekwondo against the evil ninjutsu. Do you listen to the song against the ninja or not?
Yeah, right. I believe that would count as a ninja movie, and I would also extraordinarily heartily recommend it.
Yeah, no, I agree. Maya, I allow a lot in the definition of a ninja movie. If it
That's also a rock musical, folks. It's not just a ninja movie.
Yeah, you should absolutely see it. I think we dropped some good recommendations in here, gang. I feel good about this episode. Do you guys feel good about this episode?
Yeah, I feel good. Go listen to Dragon Sound Against the Ninja.
Before there was a reference, there was
Miami Connection and Ninja Terminator on this episode.
Yeah, feels good. Go watch Ninja Terminator, you guys, and we'll see you guys back here. Monday is Columbus Day, or Indigenous Peoples Day, and so we are off, so we will see you Tuesday. Why are we taking tomorrow and Friday off? We have a bunch of kind of big projects we're doing behind the scenes over here for Fandom, and it's just literally a bandwidth thing. And so unfortunately, we got to take a couple.
Also, there's not really much news.
Yeah, there's literally not. You guys aren't missing anything, unless you just want us to come back and Spencer and I and Lon will continue our herald about this racist cop.
I'll talk about whatever.
Improv, baby.
Yeah, it's weird that SJU turned into an improvised serial. All right, guys.
SJU.
That's it. I mean, look, there's enough white guys tuned in right now to be a Herald team, so we're good.
You got the mustache and everything.
We'll see you Tuesday.